Hi YouTube, I'm back, and this is the first episode of Thought Provoking Tuesdays. I decided to come on every Tuesday and have a thought provoking conversation. A friend of mine had told me this weekend, she said, "You should do that on your channel." Um, she said, "I think people will be interested in what you have to say." So I'm going to try it. My goal was to do it on Tuesday mornings. Also, if you hear grass cutting or weeding in the background, it's because our lawn person is here. I'm working, even though my window is closed, you still may be able to hear some in the background. So hopefully it doesn't interfere with us too much. Okay, so for the first episode of Thought Provoking Tuesday, we will be talking about friendships. And the reason why I chose this topic is because a lot of people have been asking me about friendships. What are my thoughts? How do I maintain my own friendships and things like that? And I don't know. I just thought it would be a good conversation to have. Last year, I had gone to a Bible study, and the facilitator of that Bible study had did a Bible study on friendships. And she had come from the scriptures of Proverbs 27:17. And it says, "As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend." So that is absolutely one of my favorite scriptures out of the Bible. I just love it because when you think about friendships and having a really good friend, how you guys can kind of, I don't want to say feed off of each other, but just kind of, I don't know, just kind of give each other that extra push, that boost. I learn from you, you learn from me type of thing. So I'm going to use some of the notes that I had taken from the Bible study to just give you guys a couple of tips, and then I'll have a conversation about a few things. So the types of friendships that were discussed was seasonal, intergenerational, peers, mentoring, non-believer, ministry, family, companionship, soulmates, and enemy. And I know it seems like enemy shouldn't even be on the list of friendships, but that happens. Sometimes people that really don't like us will befriend us for other reasons. Okay? Levels of friendships: acquaintances, casual, close, and to die for. We all have those friends that we just love, 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 and they are to die for. Okay? Danger signs in relationships or friendships: placing your friend where God should be, viewing others as a threat to the relationship, angry or depressed when a friend is busy or unavailable, high maintenance, and you don't consult God. Okay? Hindrances of being a healthy friend: not in a relationship with God, guarded, self-serving, needy, jealousy, insecurity, competition, and not knowing the purpose. Also, I wanted to go over the definition of a friend. And Webster's Dictionary says that a friend is a person who you like and enjoy being with, a person who helps or supports someone or something, such as a cause or a charity. One attached to another by affection or esteem, an acquaintance. One that is not hostile, one that is of the same nation, party, or group, and one that favors or promotes something as a charity. That is the definition that Webster's gave. Now, let's see. Friendships. Where do I want to start? Well, first of all, I just want to say that the scripture that I read, and I'll give it to you again, Proverbs 27, verse 17, "As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend." I think friendships are important in the right context. I feel that some friendships can be toxic. Some friendships can start off good and then become toxic. But in the right context, I do think friendships are good. I have the attitude of that you need to love people while they're here, um, because once they're gone, they're gone. We only get one life to live. So if you do have people that you are close to or that you hold in high regard, you definitely need to cultivate those friendships the best way that you can. Friendship shouldn't be one sided. It shouldn't always be, oh, well, one person is doing all the giving, the other person is doing all the receiving. One person is doing all the calling, the other person never calls. One person is doing all the texting, the other person is never texting. It shouldn't be that way. It should be an equal playing field, so to speak. Um, I don't really like to text, but I will because I have friends that love to text. So that's how they like to communicate. So I have to adjust, because I am their friend, so that I can conversate with them, because some people just don't want to be on the phone. I'm old fashioned. I'd rather have a phone conversation than a text message, because sometimes what I find in text messages is they come across a little brash, or they may come across wrong, or it could be the way that I'm receiving it. But if I can hear a voice over the phone, then I know exactly where a person is coming from as far as, what they're trying to say to me. So I feel that friendships should, you should know when it's time to move forward. Some friendships are not meant for a lifetime. We're not meant to, some people are not meant to stay in your life forever. Some people are. I still talk to some people that I've had in my friendship circle for a long time. Now, we may not be as close as we used to be. People that was in my kindergarten class, I'm not as close as we used to be, but we still may be friends on Facebook, or they may follow me on Instagram or something like that. Also, I would say embrace new friendships. I have recently had an opportunity to embrace a whole new set of friendships, and I enjoy it. I love it because the people that are mine, or they have come into my life, newly come into my life, I should say. Everybody's different. Everybody comes from different areas and different walks of life, but I absolutely love it because everybody brings something different to the table, which is always good. Um, know when a friendship is toxic. Sometimes it's the subtle things, the comments, and the little remarks that people make that kind of cause you to think again about what they said. That has happened to me before. So, what I would say is, if you have some good friends in your life, try to keep those friends. And I know when we are mothers, wives, students, um, and we have all these other things going on. Some of us are humanitarians and, um, get out in the community, do a lot of volunteering and all of that stuff. And we're so busy. I would say try to make time for the people that have been there for you, no matter how busy your schedule gets. Some of us wear a couple of hats. Some of us wear tons and thousands of hats. Some of my friends on YouTube, and the videos that I watch, and I'm thinking, you need 2 days to do what you do in one day, but they get it done. And I think it's just all in how we prioritize. And one thing that people always say, and I can agree to it, people make time for the things and people that they want to. So know your place in your friendship. Know where you stand. Sometimes we think we have a higher place in a friendship than we do. And then we get mad when people can't make time for us, or they're not inviting us out, or they're not doing things with us. Probably because you're thinking that the relationship or friendship is, BFF level, and they're looking at you more like an acquaintance or a casual. Know where you stand with people so you don't get hurt. Um, so those are my thoughts on friendships. Like I said before, if you have good friends, work really hard to keep them. If you have a difference with a friend that you have, or if they're doing something, or if they're making changes and you feel like the changes towards you, I would say have a conversation about it. Don't ever assume anything. Always have a conversation first. And if you are a believer, I would say pray about it. I mean, even if you're not a believer, pray about it. Um, go to God on it, and just ask, for guidance. Because sometimes we just need a little bit of that too. So, those are my thoughts on friendship. And the scripture that I came from was Proverbs 27:17. If you want to go back and look it up and write it down as just a little reminder, feel free to do so. And thanks for watching this video. Bye.